I spoke on this before, and I feel I need to bring it up again because we as people, we all want to be loved and accepted. That's a thing in life because, humans are social creatures. There are times where we do need to be by ourselves because we need to regroup, we need to reflect. Sometimes it's no fault of our own. It could be a catastrophe that causes us to be alone. But eventually we're going to want some kind of companionship. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of us are a little misguided as to what they think loyalty is, and they wind up getting relationships mixed up. They wind up mistreating the people who deserve the love and giving the love to people who don't care about them or want to use them or hurt them. Something's wrong with their programming as to why they're directing their love energy in the wrong place. So I'm going to call this one misdirecting your love energy. Now, I don't know if misdirecting is a word. I haven't Googled it. I haven't checked the dictionary. But remember that this is a channel where we talk about real life situations in a conversational tone. And sometimes in a conversational tone, you just don't use proper English as long as you're able to get the message through. I hope you guys understand that. I'm going to give one scenario, and I think this one scenario is going to be enough for you to understand, and I'm not going to keep you too long today. As a matter of fact, this is my second download for today because I wasn't going to do one, but Spirit does what Spirit wants to do. The number one case in when someone misdirects their love energy is in the case of family versus in-laws. Oh yeah, I'm going there. I am going there, people. Now, if you're one of the people who is being neglected because a person has an in-law, has been married to somebody for a long period of time and you're not getting attention, don't get it twisted in this message because you're letting your jealous feelings interfere with your judgment. I'm not trying to justify your jealousy. I'm addressing the person who's creating this situation. Okay, this is purely hypothetical. This is a combination of experiences that I've been privy to. You are a person who married someone. This person seemingly adores you and everything else. Not perfect. They may have a fly temper. They may be a little bit lazy. Not anything that's a deal breaker in your book you can live with. But for the most part, you get along and you love them. But the thing is you take everything that you didn't get from your family, be it your parent, your grandparent, your siblings, or whatever the case may be, because you came from dysfunction. That person is giving you all the love and everything and the attention that you didn't get when you were in dysfunction with your family. So what you do is you transfer the love that you tried to give to your dysfunctional family and failed, and you gave it to your mate. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, because for some people that's the best thing for them so they can keep it going. Maybe they'll teach the family members a lesson on how to treat people. But I digress. Some of you are doing it for no reason, though. Some of you are doing it for egotistical reasons. This particular person feeds your ego, they fulfill your every need, and they don't set up any boundaries so you could do whatever the hell you want to do. So you're sitting up there and you're bending over backwards doing things and allowing behaviors from this person, for this person, that you wouldn't think about allowing from your family members. That your family members wouldn't think about doing to you. Okay? And what's happening is you're sitting up there wondering why you can't get your family member to get along with the in-laws. There's a little bit of jealousy there, but some of it's justified because based on how you presented that person to the family, based on how you treat that person compared to family members, not everybody in your family was dysfunctional. It was just a couple of key players. But what you decided to do is you decided to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Pardon the pun. Instead of just directing your anger properly, you're going to make the whole family suffer. I had a messed up relationship with dad. I had a messed up relationship with mom. So screw the whole family. And that's not true, because there are some family members that would have had your back and probably still spiritually have your back, but their hands are tied because they cannot get along with your in-laws, or they can't even get two words edgewise out of you. And they're sitting up there watching you give your time, your resources, and your attention and going overboard with an in-law and their people and their situation. And some of these in-laws are sinister. They purposefully do that so they can ostracize you from your family members, and they're succeeding. They're succeeding from taking you away from your family. But you're too dumb to realize that. You out here in the world telling everybody how great you are, taking all these beautiful pictures on Facebook on how great you get along, with deep down you don't get along that great. You're sitting up here talking about how God has blessed you with a mate who loves you and blah, 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 and everything's wonderful. But see, the problem is you are pushing away some people in your family who actually love and care about you, and all they wanted was your time and your attention, and you have not given it to them because you have anger towards somebody that person was associated with. Not that person, but because that person reminded you of the trauma that you went through with somebody they was associated with. You threw the baby out with the bathwater. And so you took all that attention and everything and gave it to this person who catered to your ego, gave you everything that you've been dreaming for all these years. See, you know what? You're satisfied because you're finally getting the attention and validation that you deserve. There's nothing wrong with being satisfied with getting that type of attention and validation, but just don't hurt other people in the meantime. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And what you're doing is you are giving all this attention and everything to this person. You're making this person too big of a part of your world to the point where they are making you and pulling you away from where you came from. First of all, you never really addressed whatever trauma that you went through with your family members. You never addressed it. And you don't include them in what's going on in your life, because you transferred all that over to this person. This person was that magic wand for you. And you're so dumb, you don't have sense enough to realize in a lot of these cases, these people that you revolve your world around, they got more fucked up shit going on than you was exposed to coming up. But see, you in love. Oh, they're so crazy about me. But you won't look at the big pictures. But I'll tell you what, them neglected family members are looking. Them neglected family members are looking at the fact that you got less money in your bank account that you had before you married this person. I'm talking about the people who just are not that great of a partner as you think. You've neglected the fact that this family member has not tried to make any effort to really develop a real relationship with your family members. Yes, they're cordial when need be. They haven't done anything to try to help you repair that relationship because they don't want those people in your relationship. They're always bringing in drama and the chaos of their family's problems. And see, this is the thing that ticks off your family members who are looking for your love. They sit up there and they bring their family's problems in. And you are Johnny on the spot, helping them solve their problems, going above and beyond to fix their situation. But when the family member was going through their shit, you was MIA. You was AWOL, nowhere to be found, mailbox full, Phone ringing off the hook, no answer. Voicemails unanswered. DMs not responded to. And you the blood. And you haven't done anything directly to this person. They have thrown your family relationship away. And then some time goes by, and if you're this person who's guilty of this, you're wondering why you can't get any sleep, why your bank account's low, why you don't have any time for yourself, why you're drinking one scotch too many after work, why you're taking time to come home. You don't understand, but you're trying to psych yourself out by saying, oh, I should be thankful, I need to stop, I'm ungrateful. You're ungrateful, all right, but it's not in regards to your mate. You're ungrateful for the family members that you do have that had nothing to do with the trauma that you went through. You're persecuting innocent people for something that the guilty ones did. Because you want to forget about everything associated with that trauma, including where you came from. And that's fucked up. Because you turn around and take that same energy and give it to your family member and get involved in their drama and their bullshit and be glad to do it. Glad to do it. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and you're not going to like what I'm going to say. But see, what's going to happen is, and I'm going to let you guys go, that person whose world that you revolved around and everything else, they're going to be gone one day. They might leave, or they might die. And the same people that you've hurt and betrayed and ignored and neglected and everything else, their family members, you're going to need them in your time of loss, whether it's through death or divorce. And those people are going to think about how you mistreated them. Because I'm going to tell you something. When that person passes, or when that person serves you divorce papers and leaves you, what's going to happen is you're going to look for your family members to come in with their superpowers and their capes and their wands and everything else and pick you up because you're broken. And that shit is not going to happen. See, what's going to happen is you're going to wind up reaching out to these people and they're not going to have time, or their voicemail is going to be full, or their DMs are going to get unanswered, or their phone is going to ring off the hook, because they're going to think about the fact that when they needed just some attention, some of them don't even ask for nothing from you, an occasional cup of coffee, a monthly lunch, something. And you won't do it because you wrapped up in this other person's shit. They're going to think about that. And they already knew in the back of their mind this day was coming. They don't have time. And for some of them, they don't have time, and it's not on purpose, because the Spirit gave them something else to do, so they won't have to be bogged down and worried about your situation. They're going to be too busy to worry about your situation. And I hate to say that, but that time is coming for you. When you love, there's enough love to go around for everybody. But you chose to give it to somebody else who catered to your ego. Just because they catered to their ego, they get everything from you? And the hell with everybody else? Well, when your time comes, it's going to be the hell with you. So with that being said, I kind of hope this helps somebody. But don't misdirect your love energy. That is a huge mistake. You can ruin relationships and you can ostracize good people from your life, because you're going to need them someday. Peace to you all.